You are listening to The Standard Podcast, May 11th, 2017 edition. This week's headlines include: Council expects to further discuss Canterbury Common situation at May 29th meeting. Ted Barris visits Kawartha Lakes for the Canada 150th Author Series. Location for Fly Freeman sculpture now set in stone. And in Wheels, we'll hear from J. Wally Nesbitt from Corner 5. Council expects to further discuss Canterbury Common situation at May 29th meeting. Dan Kearns, Scugog. Mayor Tom Rowett gave residents a brief update on the legal proceedings between the township and the owner of the Canterbury Commons golf course lands at a council meeting on Monday, May 8th. He said, Council has approved a staff recommendation with direction to carry out some additional discussions with the developer and to report back to the May 29th council meeting. Mayor Rowett did not elaborate on what the staff recommendation entailed, stating that his statement was all that the township could say at this time. Mayor Rowett said, I would like to thank all Canterbury Common residents for their patience. Geranium Homes, the developer that owns the golf course lands, filed a notice of appeal against the township to the Ontario Municipal Board in April of 2016, after the township did not make a decision on the official plan and zoning bylaw amendment requests made by the developer within the 180-day period after the applications were filed. Ted Barris visits Kawartha Lakes for the Canada 150th Author Series. Kawartha Lakes. As part of the Canada 150th Author Series, Kawartha Lakes Public Library welcomes back award-winning journalist, author, and broadcaster Ted Barris. Mr. Barris will present his book, Victory at Vimy, Canada Comes of Age, on Wednesday, May 17th at 2 p.m. in the meeting room of the Lindsay Branch Library. Based on first-hand accounts, Ted Barris paints a compelling and surprising human picture of what it was like to have stormed and taken Vimy Ridge. Barris is the author of 18 best-selling nonfiction books, including a series on wartime Canada. In June 2014, The Great Escape, A Canadian Story, won the 2014 Libris Nonfiction Book of the Year award, shared with Chris Hadfield. For more than 40 years, Ted's writing has regularly appeared in the national press publications, like Globe and Mail and National Post, in addition to magazines as diverse as Legion, Air Force, Esprit de Corps, Quill Enquirer, and Zoomer. He's also worked as host/contributor for most CBC Radio Network programs and on TV Ontario. He's a full-time professor of journalism and broadcasting at Toronto Centennial College and a patron of the Lucy Maud Montgomery Society, supporting the author's work and memory in his hometown of Uxbridge. Everyone is invited to this informative presentation, which will be followed by an opportunity to meet the author and enjoy light refreshments. For more information about Mr. Barris, visit his website at www.tedbarris.com. Support for this special event has been provided by the Friends of the Lindsay Library. The Standard newspaper is available online, and now it's easier than ever to get. If you sign up to our e-newsletter, we'll send you weekly updates on articles, columns, photos, videos, and more. Simply go to www.thestandardnewspaper.ca/subscribe-to-newsletter. The Standard News, the voice of your community. Location for Fly Freeman sculpture now set in stone. Dan Kearns, Uxbridge. Council has decided that Fly Freeman's Uxbridge Story in Stone sculpture will be installed in front of the township offices. At a meeting on Monday, May 1st, Council approved a recommendation from Colleen Baskin, the Secretary of the Arts and Visual Enhancement Committee, AVEC, to have the sculpture placed, quote, within the interlocking pathway leading up to the main doors, unquote, of the township building. The sculpture is a 4-panel piece that depicts the township's history. AVEC has previously asked Council, at a meeting on Monday, April 10th, to have the sculpture placed in Centennial Park. However, Council was concerned about the possibility of graffiti. According to Ms. Baskin's report to Council, following that meeting, the site in front of the township offices was reviewed by township staff and AVEC. Ms. Baskin wrote in her report, it was felt the stateliness of the walkway and its location lent itself to the artwork, and gives it a place of importance in the community while making it visible, accessible, and safe. In short, the site and the artwork complement each other. However, Mayor Gary Lynn O'Connor said to install Fly Freeman's sculpture in front of the township offices, the Ron Baird sculpture that currently sits on the township property will have to be moved. She said, "I think we should be removing the one piece that you don't see, hidden in the trees. I have no idea where we could put it, but I think there's lots of areas that we could certainly support putting another piece of art in. There's no point in having 3 in this location." The Standard on Wheels. From Corner 5, J. Wally Nesbitt. On May 3rd, nearly a dozen teams from the NASCAR Pinty Series ranks converged on Canadian Tire Motorsports Park for a day of technical inspection, scrutineering, and some on-track shakedown laps, all in preparation of the season-opening Can-Am 200 run over the Castrol Presents the Victoria Day Speedfest weekend. The opening round of the 13-date schedule will headline the Victoria Day weekend schedule, supported by the Pirelli World Challenge Series, plus 2 races each for the Canadian Touring Car Championship, the Porsche GT3 Cup Challenge Canada, and the Nissan Micra Cup Series. On Wednesday's test day, former series champions LP Dumoulin and DJ Kennington were in attendance, although Kennington had to cut his day short in order to make his flight to Talladega, where he will be competing in the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup race. "I did about 8 laps. The car, felt the same as it did last year, so we're all good," laughed Kennington. Noticeably absent were defending series champion Caden Lapkovich and 2-time champion Andrew Ranger, although both are expected to be on the grid when the green flag flies on May 21st for the season opener. For 2017, Alex Tagliani will focus his attention on pursuing his first Pinty Series title. Despite his 3-race victories last year, Tag missed the opening round to participate in the Indy 500, the lost race relegating him to 3rd place in the final standings. Tagliani noted, "I've got a new partner this year, Lowe's Building Centers, so results are very important to me. I'm hoping to still run in other racing series, but not if it conflicts with a Pinty's race." Unfortunately, in the track debut of the brand new number 18 Lowe's/EpiPen Dodge, what was described as a powertrain failure caused Tagliani to lose control of his car as it entered the Turn 5 hairpin. The impact into the tire wall caused extensive damage to the front end of the car. Car owner Scott Steckley remarked, "Nothing that can't be fixed, but it's going to mean some long hours in the shop to have it ready for the first race." Also in attendance for the test day was Uxbridge racer Jason Hathaway. Despite his announcement that he was stepping away from the NASCAR Tour on a full-time basis, Hathaway noted he will take part in a trio of races. He said, "We're going to do the 2 Mossport CTMP races this year. It's close to home, and we've always done pretty well here. We sold our oval track car over the winter, so we've put together an arrangement with DJ Kennington to run one of his cars at Delaware." In a late-breaking announcement, it was revealed that the Team 3 Red/Ed Hackinson Chevrolet will have Kubota join Choco Authentics, Fast Eddie Racewear, and DSI as sponsors for the 3 Pinty Series races. While downsizing his NASCAR involvement, Hathaway will remain busy, but not hectic, by running 4 races on the APC United Late Model Series Tour, plus 2 Maritime Pro Stock Series races on Nova Scotia's Riverside International Speedway. For Durham Region fans preparing their upcoming racing itinerary, competition begins this weekend, May 13th and 14th, at the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, with the BEMC Spring Trophy races, followed 1 week later by the Speedfest Victoria Day weekend. Oval track fans have several options open to them, as Stroud Ontario's Sunset Speedway is already in action, while the Bullring of Peterborough Speedway will be open in May 20th, welcoming their fans back with opening night free grandstand admission. Should weather conditions eventually improve, the 1/3 mile clay oval of Brighton Speedway has already christened their 50th anniversary season, with weekly racing continuing until late September. For more local news, visit www.thestandardnewspaper.ca. The Standard Podcast was produced by Greenstream Studio. Visit www.greenstreamstudio.ca for all your multimedia production needs. Do you have audio production needs? Greenstream Studio is here for you. But don't just take our word for it. Let's listen to this testimonial.
Hi, I'm David Sornberger of Port Perry Radio. Christopher's production skills enable him to create professional audio that is perfect for our radio station's format. I can always count on him to produce work that doesn't need any further editing. He would be an asset to any organization requiring these expertise and attention to detail.
For more information, visit greenstreamstudio.ca.